everyone! As you're probably aware, normally we're travelling around in our 2004 Mercedes Sprinter. But we're rebuilding it at the moment. So, as promised, we've decided to hire some other little items. And this week, we have Jasmine the Coaster. So without further ado, let's show you around.
Welcome to Jasmine. She is a Toyota coaster. She was built in 1995 and this old girl has got 496,000 kilometres on the odometer, so she's been around a bit. She's a little bit tired, but we won't hold that against her. Now Jasmine has got a 4-litre diesel engine. It's very powerful. She's got a 5-speed manual transmission. Unfortunately, it seems to be back to front. So first is down, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then reverse up in that corner. Can be a bit confusing when you're at traffic lights and you go to put it in first. What you think is first, you end up putting it in reverse. So you have to be very careful. So up here in mission control, the cockpit, very utilitarian. Everything does what it says on the box really. You've got your indicators, you've got your windscreen wipers, you've got very retro slidey windows. Let a lot of air in. Not got any aircon. She hasn't got cruise control, but she does have this little button here that operates the door, so you can be like a proper bus driver when you pull up.
As you can see, she's a big old beast. She's 7 meters long, 3 meters high, and 2 meters wide.
But don't let that put you off. You can drive this one on a car license. No need for any special licenses.
Unlike the Sprinter, this van is surrounded by windows. It's also got fly screens the whole way around, so you can open up the windows and let the fresh air come in as you please. So here is where our electrical hookup is for when you're at campsites and you need that little bit of extra charge. And we'll go around the back. Around the back, there is a door that leads you to under the bed storage. Around this side, we have our diesel fill up, our awning, and of course our automatic door. That's got to be the quickest outdoor tour you've ever seen. But let's take you inside. I promise you there's more in there. So the first thing I want to mention is the little window at the front. Now, if you don't know, we've got a little dog called Pablo and he loves to see out, so it's perfect for him. There are curtains all the way around the van, including blockout curtains for the front. Moving on to the kitchen. So there is not a filter here. There is no water filter, but we do have fresh running water from our tanks at the bottom here. We have 20 litres of fresh water and I do believe it's 10 litres of grey water. Just behind the kitchen, I just wanted to mention that there's a third seat. A lot of vans are only seated for 2, so this is really handy if you've got a third person, a child, or a fancy little dog like us. Moving on to the kitchen, back to the kitchen. We have in here your gas hob, fans, kettle, and a sandwich maker, which I thought was strange. Over here we have drawers. So as usual, we've got cutlery drawer up here. These are actually empty, so these are great for if you want to bring your own pots, I guess. We didn't find a pot in here, which I thought was also odd, but we brought our own.
Or sharp knives.
Or sharp knives. Anyway, cupboard here we have our electric frying pan, all your plates and dishes and toilet gear, which brings me onto the toilet. So between the cupboard and the fridge, of course that's exactly where I'd put a toilet, is we have our Thetford Porta Potty 165. It has 15 litres of flushing water and 21 litres of waste to use. It's actually a pretty good size actually. This is probably, well, it may be something we might put in our Sprinter. Not exactly this one, but similar size. Right, now I've disinfected my hands, let's move on to the fridge. So it has a locking function up here. It's an Engel, I don't know how many litres this is. Don't know. It locks at the top here so it doesn't open when you're driving. And it's a fair size. It also has a freezer compartment. Oops. Not very big, but if you wanted a freezer, it's there.
Moving on over to this side of the bus, we have the dinette area. We have 2 seats that are big enough for one person each. Under these seats we have storage area under this particular one. And under that one we have the batteries. I believe they've got about 400 amp hours in batteries there, quite big ones, very similar to the ones we've got in our Sprinter van. Moving on over to here we have a Polaroid TV, and the TV aerial's up on the roof, so this picks up terrestrial TV. I'm not sure if it's a digital one, a smart TV, but I think it's just pretty basic. Now we're done here. We have a coffee machine here. We've got the 240 volt power supply switchboard, smoke alarm, 12 volt sockets. In here is just a storage cupboard. We've got heaps of overhead storage all the way through the whole van. On this side we have the electrical cupboard, you would call it. We've got all the battery chargers for once you do the 240 volt hookup, the battery charger instantly kicks in and starts everything up, starts charging everything. These are the solar controllers, but there's no solar at the moment. I've been told by the owner that they will be fitted. Moving on down to here, behind this handy little step, used to get on it, is access to the garage. You can also get into it from the back on the other side, and the bed does also lift up if you need to get in via there.
So this brings us to the bedroom area. It is a king size east-west configuration. We have storage all above the bed here and windows surrounding, so it's beautiful, nice light, plenty of ventilation, especially with the door open at the back there. So that pretty much wraps up the tour of this beautiful van. We hired it from Camplify, just in case you're wondering where we got it from. We've hired vans here before, including our little pod we had a few weeks ago now. They are a company that hires out private vehicles and private accommodations for people who want something a little bit different. And I think that describes this van very well. I hope you enjoyed our bus tour. I keep calling it a van, but it's actually a bus. I'm so used to having vans. Well, yeah.
Yes.
So I hope you enjoyed our bus tour. We're going to try and stealth camp in this big beast. I'm hoping we can get away with it. It's like a challenge. I love a good old challenge.
Too. She's very obvious.
Especially with those windows. So we'll see how we go. But please, if you haven't subscribed, please do.
Please leave a like. Please leave a comment. We really would appreciate
He
it.
loves answering all the comments. I answer a few.
We've got to say thank you to Fieldview Adventures, I believe it is,
Oh, yeah, that's
for
right.
the buy us a coffee.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Anyone who wants to buy us a coffee or Pablo a treat, we'll put a link in the description for you. Anyway,
Bye for now.
we will see you next week. Hopefully, not in jail. Bye for now. Bye. Hello, everyone. Start again. So, without further ado,
Do.
So, are you ready?
Hairball.
Are you ready? Yes. Okay.